Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'll be showing you how I use a crinoline or horsehair to make a baby dress look full. And I tell you, this method is so light and very comfortable for children. You don't need to fill it up with too much net. So guys, let's get straight into the video. So this is it. I'm going to be starting to show you how I fold the dress. Okay, so this is the pattern of the baby dress below. If you have not seen the video, please check the video on the link. You will see the pattern of this baby dress I'll be working with. So okay, so first of all, I folded in a triangular form, so I'm just going to be marking out the points of insertion. So I'm going to be dropping on the point on the screen. You'll be seeing the points of insertion, how I actually got it. So now I try to check to be sure that is correct, because I will need to have 20 plus about 2 inches extra. So I need about 22 inches, so I have to be sure that is up to. So from that point, I'm marking the length of the skirts, or the length of the lower part that I want to have, and that's what I'm just marking right now. I think it's about 15, so I'm trying to get that 15. So I folded my fabric in two, and how I actually got the points of insertion, I divided by 4. That's how I got the points of insertion, just like how I showed you on the screen earlier. So guys, yeah, I have two parts of this. I'll be joining it on the both sides. Okay, this is me adding the seam allowance where I'll be joining at the point of insertion area. I'll be joining it. So okay, I just want to confirm that I have exactly, but that's very important. You have to confirm before cutting it. So I'll be cutting this out right now. Like I said earlier, I have 2 of it, so I'll just be joining it by the side. I think I don't want it too full, that's why I decided to use just a triangular fold, and I divide by 4. If you want it very full, you can also use a circle fold method, circle dress to do that. But I just want to work with the triangular form because it's a 2-year-old baby and I don't want something too extraordinarily full. Okay, this is it right now. So guys, I've cut the another layer which I'll also be using. Then this is the pattern, the front and the back pattern. I've cut everything I need to work with. I cut the lining, I cut the first layer, I cut the organza. Every fabric I will need for the upper bodies, I've actually cut it. Please, if you have not seen the pattern, I'll appreciate you check the link there, so you can take it straight to the pattern. Very easy and very easy to draft. So guys, I've added my seam allowance all around because I did not add it on the pattern, so I added it on the fabric. So guys, I'll be showing you how to make this thing that it will look like a ready to wear method. So this is the interface I'm using for a baby dress. I advise you use the fabric interface, not the paper stay. It will give it a nice finishing. And this is my net and my tool I want to use for the fullness. I've actually cut a very long strip, about 5 inches, and this is my snowflakes organza that I'll be using for the last layer of my dress. You can do it whatever you want to do, but I want to use this organza because it's snowflakes. Yeah. Then also, this is the crinoline or the horsehair, whichever you know it. So I'll also be using it for that to make the fullness. So guys, I've used the hemming gum to gum my organza and my fabric together. It's always good to use a hemming gum. It gives you this neatness. So I'll just be joining it front facing front. I'll be dealing with the fabric to fabric first. Like it's not going to be like the one we do, yes, lining with lining. No, this one is actually fabric to fabric. So guys, just watch the way I do it because I want to give it a neat finishing like the ones you see on the ready to wear for kids. So I'm going to be joining the lining to lining also, and fabric to fabric also. So guys, we'll be joining the shoulder of the fabrics. That's the front and the back fabric. That's one I'll be joining first. over it. Okay, so we're going to be sewing the neckline. Before you sew the neckline, make sure you've pinned them equally. You've pinned them properly, making sure that the shoulder lines are aligned. They are aligned with each other. So by the time you are done sewing it, the shoulders will be on the same line. Now this is me sewing it. You have to take your time to make sure you're sewing it according to the inches that you have created, the seam allowance you have created. You can see I'm taking my time to make sure the shoulders are properly aligned. Okay guys, so once I'm done with this now, I'm going to be notching them. I'm going to be notching the shoulder line. When you're notching, make sure you notch close to your seam so that it will be laying flat and neat by the time you're done. So this is me, I'm done with it, and I've ironed it out very flat. So the next thing I'm going to be doing now, I'm going to be sewing the armhole. And what I'm trying to do now is to mark out my seam allowance, to mark out what is left. However, it is half inch that I've kept, and that is what I have. So I've also done the same thing on the lining. I'm trying to use so make sure I get the armhole properly. This armhole is actually complicated. If you're going to be doing this method, it's actually complicated. So I'm making sure that I'm pinning them together. That is why I have marked that line, and I'm going to be pinning it, following the line, and also the shoulder line. The shoulder line will be aligned for the front and the back, and also the lining. So I've actually pinned it to serve as a guideline. Watch the way I'm going to be sewing it now. Yeah, I'm not going to flip it. This is just giving trying to save me from any stress or any unnecessary losing of the shoulder, because if you make mistake on the shoulder or you begin to lose out your seam, you might end up having a problem around that area. So this is me trying to sew it. I'm sewing with half of an inch that I've created. Now watch the way I sew. I did not remove my pin. I just keep going because the pin is going to serve as a guideline for me. I will sew until I get close to the pin. So while getting close to the pin, I'll remove it and make sure I just retain that line. I just retain when I'm sewing. Try as much as possible not to how am I going to say it? Try as much as possible not to lose this focus when you're doing this armhole. You can see the way I'm trying to pull it out gently, taking my time pulling that and still maintaining that sewing, still maintaining my stitch. Like I said, it's quite complicated. You might have tried it once and do not get it, but don't give up. You try it again. But if you have another method that you use different from mine, it's fine. But this is how I do it, and it actually always works out for me. Okay guys, this is me. I am done with the armhole. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to be notching them. I'm going to be notching it. And when you're notching, try to notch very close to the seam also. It will help. Okay, now this is it. I'm not going to give it a good press. When you're making a baby's dress, please always get your iron handy, because you always need your iron at every step. So guys, the next thing I'm going to be doing right now, I'm going to be marking out my zipper. I'm going to be marking out my zipper. That is what I want to do right now. Okay, remember that I have 1 inch zipper, so I'm going to be marking out my 1 inch zipper all through. Okay, now I'm going to be taking my measurements to know what exactly I'll be working with. And when you're taking this shaping of this dress, please make sure you're shaping the right, because this method you may not have the opportunity to lose it, and if you have to go and lose it, you have to go back to like recreating it all over again. So you have to be sure you're working with the exact method and exact measurement. Now I'm going to be marking this line. I'm going to be shaping the lining, and also I'm going to be shaping it on the fabric. So I'm marking it also on the fabric. I'm shaping it also on the fabric. Okay guys, so I'm going to be joining the um, fabric away from the lining, like I'm going to be joining them separately. So far I shaped the fabric separately and I'll shape the lining separately. So guys, this is it. This is the outcome. Now this is, you can see how neat the inner is. Okay guys, I'm going to be showing you something inside. Now the points where these lines meet, make sure you notch it, but that is around the armhole so that it's going to relax. That's why I said you have to be sure you're working with your exact measurement, because any mistake afterwards you might find it difficult to alter. So guys, now I'm going to be working on the zipper area. I will make sure that I pin everywhere. Just make sure you pin it properly. Make sure you pin it properly. You get to the shoulder, make sure the shoulders are properly aligned. All the way to the neckline, make sure they're all properly aligned. You can see the way I'm pinning them. The reason why I'm doing this pinning is because at the end of the day, I'll be able to get my excesses on the zipper area, and I'll be able to trim the excess out. Because if your zipper area is not aligned properly with the lining, you might end up not being able to get the zipper area properly. When you are sewing the zipper, we are going to be sewing the lining, like we're going to be shaping the lining away from the fabric. So you're going to be shaping them differently. You're sewing down the 1 inch differently. So this is what we have. You can see that I've sewn the lining separately, and I've also run my stitch on the fabric separately. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say here. Now I just want to confirm that I have the exact body measurements, because that is it after this. So I'm going to give it a very good press, very good press. So here we're going to be putting the zipper. Now you have to carefully pull your zipper. Make sure you're following that line. That is why you need to iron properly. Now we're just going to place in the zipper only on the fabric, not together with the lining. Only on the fabric. And when you are putting the zipper, make sure you leave some inches away because we definitely need it. So watch carefully how I do my zipper. So we're just going to run the stitch only on the fabric. Okay guys, so I've run my stitch only on the fabric. Right now I'm going to be using the lining to cover it up. That's the reason why I say you should only sew on your fabric. Now I'm going to be using the line to cover it up. I'm making sure we are bending the excess of the zipper. That is why I said you should leave some inches. You can see the way I bent it. When you're bending this area, please do not force it. Just let it relax. Just let it relax properly. Do not force it. Now I'm going to be using this to bend. Now I'm going to pin in it. As I said, your fabric and your lining must be aligned. If you're properly aligned, the same measurement, well trimmed, you will not have issues around this area. It's just easy for you around this area. So you just pin it all the way. You also do the same for the other side. So right now guys, I'm just going to be sewing very close, like very close to the zipper. Very close to the zipper. Okay guys, this is me. I have sewn it. Now you can see how what it's looking like. It looks very good, very nice. So what I'll just do is to iron it. You can see how neat it is, well covered. So I'll just iron it out. It's a very neat. Guys, we'll be working on the lower part, so we'll be working with the tool, laying the tool on the fabric. If you remember, I cut this fabric earlier in the beginning of the video, so we'll be laying the tool on it. So I'm going to be marking 2 inches away from the hemming. I'll just place the tool for me to know where to place the next one, you understand? So I'm giving about 1 inches difference, like 1 inches gap, but because I want it to still lap over the other one, so that's how I'm going to be placing it. So I'll just mark my lines to serve as a guideline. So you just mark it all through the fabric. This will help you to lay your tool properly. For the upper part of the skirts, I'm trying to give 1 inch gap because I do know the tool is not expected to run into the stitch. That is why I'm giving that gap, so it will help me join it properly. So you're going to do this for all your lower parts here, just like that. So I'm going to be doing this on my machine. So this I'm trying to place the horsehair. I've also cut this at the beginning of the tutorial, so I'm going to be placing this on the horsehair on it actually. So I just go around this, it depends on how much horsehair you want, but because I'm doing for a baby, I don't want it too much. I'm going to be giving like 2 inches gap, but if you want yours to be so close, you can do it that way. I've actually protected the beginning of the horsehair because I do not want it poking into the baby's skin or the child's skin or whoever that you're using it for. Just make sure you protect it. So that is that. I'm just going to be laying the tool that I've gathered. I'll be laying it on the one of the horsehair, just like that. I would advise that the horsehair should be at the front, because that's the reason why we're doing the ball dress. Okay, so what I'm going to be doing next right now, I'm going to be laying the next layer on it, which is the one covering the fabric. This is it. I'm going to be laying the next layer actually. So it depends on what you want to do afterwards from here. It's your own creativity. So now this is it. You can see the way it's standing lovely. Like, that is the effect of the horsehair. The more you push it forward, the more it's going to stand. So any way you want to position it, however you want to position it, it's just going to stand that way. You see, that is the function of the horsehair. So you can see the way I'm trying to, push it forward, direct it to wherever I want. Whatever I want to do with it, it's just going to work with you. That is just the work of the horsehair. Okay, guys, the next thing I'm going to be doing right now, I'm going to be placing the organza. Yeah, this is it. This is very beautiful to me. So lovely. And like I said, the organza, the horsehair, is helping me to give me that effect that I want, that fullness that I want. And totally, this is not heavy for the baby. It is so light, very light, and it will give you that effect, that fullness, that standing effect. So guys, I'm going to be placing the upper bodies on it, and that is the end of the tutorial. So this is the final look of my dress. I'm actually placing this dress on the table without even touching it, and it's standing. It's like it's standing, and that is what the horsehair is going to be doing for you, for your baby, for your baby dress. So guys, hope you try this. Christmas is very close, so hope you try this for your baby. So guys, see you in my next tutorial. Stay blessed. Bye.